Let's get back on the road and get to this mission objective. Never. It's like smash right into a tree. It's just, oh, oh, that was cool. That was a cool way to dodge that. Welcome back. We are playing some Ghost Recon Breakpoint today. This is the most recent Ghost Recon game. Came out to pretty poor reviews. The general consensus seems to be that the game had a lot of pretty solid ideas, but the execution just was not there. It's kind of a shame because Ghost Recon can be a very cool series. I mean, what else lets you do this right here? You can crawl through the bushes and then cover yourself up in camouflage and then just hide. Reminiscent of the Metal Gear series in their ability to really allow you to own your own stealth gameplay. I was kind of excited for this game when it first got announced, when we first saw gameplay for it. Was really disappointed to see that it didn't live up to expectations, although I'm not sure there were too many high expectations for it. I know Ghost Recon Wildlands does have a niche audience to it. It does have a fan base. There are people that really enjoy that game, and that's awesome for them. And there are things to enjoy about the Ghost Recon series. I mean, look at this overview right here. It looks nice at times, and the game knows the audience that it is gearing itself for. But where the difference is between Breakpoint and Wildlands is this one is like a very heavily monetized version of Wildlands with some features that have been stripped down, resulting in a much more lackluster product than Wildlands, which was kind of the comeback for the series after a bit of a hiatus. Kind of a shame to see that this game didn't get the love that it needed. It is 2023. The game has been out for some time now. It has kind of been forgotten. I'm not too sure there's going to be demand for a sequel for this one, but the game has received the updates it needs to be a functioning product, and I figured now is as good of time as any to check it out and see if it has aged well. Has it been something that has improved with time? Ubisoft is a massive studio, and there's not much of an excuse for a game of this caliber to come out at this quality, and that was the big issue with the Fallout 76 release and why fans had lost so much trust in Bethesda since. And so I've been playing Fallout 76 and enjoying it. I've been enjoying messing around with the game, playing it for what it is, but by no means is it an actually good game, and by no means does Bethesda get a pass for any of the repairs they've made on it. And it is a project that they had launched knowing the state it was in. There's not really much more of an excuse for that, and I don't think corporations such as them should get any sort of a pass when it comes to your wallet. So for the sake of ranting too much more, let's get into our first base infiltration here. This is the first time I've really been able to interact with the game's primary mechanic. The primary feature of the game is infiltrating these areas. Again, similar to Metal Gear 5, which is open world. You infiltrate these bases with a bunch of different stealth tools at your disposal. Ultimately, the situation is in your hands, and you can take it loud or you can go quiet. Lots of different customizations to the experience overall. Ubisoft is capable of making a good game, and that's what makes it all the worse when something like this comes out. And the same with like Bethesda and their approach to Elder Scrolls 6 and the marketing in that game. And not that there is much of it. We got a video 5 years ago, and it's been radio silence until now. It has just gone into like the first stage of development for the game. It was like they put that video out to say, hey, I know Starfield's coming out. We haven't really talked about anything else. Don't forget, Elder Scrolls is a series that we do own, and you will want to play the next game when we decide to get around to. You know what? We're just going to go loud. Enough ranting about the game world. We're here to talk about some Ghost Recon Breakpoint and to really understand if this game has aged well or if it is a still buggy mess, something that isn't finished. Let's just kind of determine if this is worth playing at all in 2023. The game is free on PlayStation Plus Essential Collection. I also don't recommend rushing into these camps like this because you will get annihilated with a minigun. So we're going to get going here. So what I really liked about Wildlands and this game in particular too is their emphasis on more of a realistic approach, more tactical, something that is customized to the player again. And then in terms of realism, sliding down a hill and losing your grip and stuff like that. You know, like I've said many times, I love animations, I love graphics in games, and I love looking at them. I love analyzing them and really trying to understand the thought process behind why things are the way they are. I think it's really cool, and I think it is really cool to see these visions in people's heads come to life. But we're very early in the game, so I'm not going to make any solid, harsh judgments on it yet. I just want to understand where people are coming from with this game and why it may not be as good as it should. What I really liked about Assassin's Creed Unity movie was a more realistic approach to assassins in their gameplay and just making it feel more like a real world thing. It was kind of disappointing to see that they kind of retracted on that a little bit with later sequels. I wish Ubisoft would take a little more time in that department, because once again we get a game that has great animation work, great artistic direction, but there's just a lack of effort, lack of caring behind it. Okay, I want to get on with one of these missions. I'm having a hard time really navigating this menu. It's very fucking cluttered. Also, one of my least favorite trends with games in the last few years, or the last decade really, is the cursor menus. Stop putting these in your games. I'm tired of them. It makes the menu process that much more tedious to go through. I'm tired of it. Get some night vision goggles. You never know when you're going to need those. All right, we use that skill point. Oh, that's cool. So you can kind of customize your guy even on the fly. Let's get some face paint going. You can get tatted in this one too. Let's throw some tats on here, you know? This is about as Ubisoft as these menus get. I don't know what the hell I am looking at here. This is just confusing. It's too zoomed in. This game just does not present things to you in a very smooth fashion. But, I'm curious how big this game world is. I know Ghost Recon Wildlands map was pretty damn massive. This looks pretty large. God dang, this is freaking huge. Holy shit, it's still going. I think that's one of the worst parts of these games that flop this hard, is there's so much, like, you know, there's always exceptions to the rules, but there's a lot of work that goes into these game worlds, and I think it's kind of a shame that a lot of that is going to go unseen by players or unappreciated by players because the game wasn't the finished product that it should have been. But that is neither here nor there. Let's get on with the objectives already, if I can focus. I'm having a hard time finding where the damn objectives are. Like, literally, I don't understand this. This is the story, the faction missions, and then we got Lieutenant Walker, and then we got special operations. This is a weird mission structure, and then it's organized by episode. You know what, for now, let's just get warmed up. Let's play some faction missions, find a way off the island, talk to Schultz. Okay, there we go. Christ. My issue with this layout right here is the fact that it's just so bloated. There's too much crap on the screen. It's not easy to kind of understand. Things aren't really explained very thoroughly. It's a lot of confusion for the sake of style. Again, I know it's a little nitpicky, but either way, it's frustrating. Yeah, so let's see how we can get over here. And we're gonna go to that marker. I need to find a truck or a vehicle, some sort of vehicle here. Maybe I could take these guys out up here, steal their motorcycles. All right, closing in on the enemy. Okay, they're really blind. They really can't see me at all. Totally hit it. This guy's eat it. I will say I do like the feedback on the guns in this. Feels a little loose, if anything. Okay, cool. We got a red motorcycle. Let's get back on the road and get to this mission objective. Never. It's like smash right into a tree. This thing gets going, man. This is hard to control. Ah, shit. They found me. Oh my god, this is really hard to drive. Whoa. What is this? What are these controls? Oh my god, I can't control this thing. Okay, in the truck. Oh my god. Really bad. I don't know what those controls are for that motorcycle. That was rough, man. All right, well, long stretches of nothing. I think we're going back to the home base here. The monetization factory. The reason this game exists in the first place. The player hub location, where everybody gets to, most importantly, just rip off of the formula they had in place for The Division 2. That's what this game really feels like, is The Division 2, but like more open world in a way. Like Division 2 is kind of like a pseudo open world, if I can remember right. So it's a little different in that way, but regardless, it's the same gameplay structure. It feels very similar. You play as a character with all these cool little attachment options, like your guns. You get this cool tech. You get a backpack that takes up way too much space, but is really cool because it holds all your gear on it. You can customize the shit out of your character. There's a lot of similarities between this and The Division 2. And I know The Division 2 has a following as well, and I'm sure that game does pull in a decent amount of cash for Ubisoft. So I don't blame them for following that structure, but it is disappointing that it's so blatant. Leave it to the Ghost Recon series to have some of the ugliest water effects I've ever seen. But this is the player hub location. It is designed designed to keep you busy, to trade gear, to meet with people, mingle, squad up, go on some missions, and most importantly, spend your money. And that is not what I'm here to do. We're going to continue on this mission, if I can find the damn objective marker there. And we're going to, well, which one am I supposed to do? Let's go to this one over here. All right, we're gonna find a way off this place. Oh, they were brothers in arms. God, this game also just graphically looks pretty rough around the edges. The story has me bored. It makes me not want to play. It's pretty straightforward, pretty bare bones. John Bernthal's a bad guy who betrayed you and used to be best buddies, and then you also got this Jace dude who's like Elon Musk and only cares about his money. Pretty hard to keep up with just because it feels so disjointed. All right, let's check out the shop before we depart on our mission here. Make sure we got everything we need. You know what? A helmet would be nice and neat to have. That looks silly with the beard, but I get it. All right, we're gonna hop in this helo and get going and rescue the island. Actually, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing on this island. We're just supposed to be investigating or some shit. We gotta get off the island. That's like Jurassic Park, but no dinosaurs. God. We're almost there. Still going. Still going. We're still flying in a straight line. Okay, thank God. We're finally at the destination here. Coming in hot. Okay, I guess I'll just plop it down right here, huh? Cool. Let's get out of that. All right, what seems to be the problem, mister? Seems to be the problem, mister. What can I do for you? My character communicates like a robot. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's those bee things. Oh, shit. Rip. More bad guys. All right, protect the homesteaders. What is this gun? How do I change guns? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. This is so... I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Alright, let's try this again. Let's make sure I got the controls down here first. Okay, let's get the cover. The game even has the first person aim down sights like Metal Gear. Like, there's a lot of Metal Gear influence in this series. How'd that not kill that guy? You know, it's got a very, okay, L1 is to heal. Shit. Oh, they just walk right up to you. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my gosh. These... the night vision's just... Oh! Oh! That was cool. That was a cool way to dodge that. Oh, I got some nice new khakis. Let's wear them. There we go. Cool. Character models keep dying with their arms up like that. What are there, like 2 death animations or death poses for these? All the enemies are in one of 2 different positions. Oh, I think we found a 3rd one. That's a fallback point, and there might be other soldiers. That's what he sounds like. They made no effort to inject any form of personality into our character's line delivery. So that's about right. Another similarity from this to The Division is the fact that like it's so loot focused. There's just, it's all about how much more loot can you get, how much more gear can you add to your guy, how willing are they to nickel and dime you just so you can look cooler than your buddies on the battlefield. Well, we got a bunch of new crap. All right, well, apparently I don't get to wear that hat or something because the game doesn't want to let me do it. We're going to now go to another objective. I think honestly this game has been confusing the hell out of me. Okay, we don't have an objective chosen, so we're gonna pick one of those. Okay, we got some missions from a man Jace here. We gotta find Josiah Hill. Let's see, where do we gotta go? 2.4 kilometers. That'll give us time to kind of stop and smell the roses a little bit, kind of check out the scenery, get to know the island a little bit better, and maybe find some cool gear along the way, like these guys. We got 2 scientists and we got a guard. I'm gonna take out the guard first. Nope, do not move. Oh shit, they're civilians? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to kill them. Ubisoft really does not want you to kill civilians in their game. I'm trying to think of some points I can give this game just to kind of find the silver lining with a product like this. I do like the visuals for the most part. The graphics do cut it, and at times it does look really good. I think, if anything, the visuals are just really inconsistent. I also like the gunplay. I think it's fun. The amount of customization you can have with your weapons and your character and the gear, that's always fun in any game. Same with the Saints Row. It is fun when it comes to the character customization. Let's go, Ghosts. All right, Josiah Hill, thank you very much for your time. What's next? All right, we gotta go back to the hub location. I think the next phase of this video, let's just kind of do some exploring in the world, kind of seeing what there is to offer when it comes to moment-to-moment gameplay. And so far, I think the game world is very bare. There's not a lot going on in it. There's a lot of empty fields. And it's very, very, very large. Similar to previous Ubisoft games, a big issue with the Assassin's Creed series latest entries have been the fact that their worlds are fucking massive, and nobody wants to spend that much time exploring a world that big when the content within it is mind-numbing. The stuff you spend your time doing doesn't make the journey worth it. For me, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was too repetitive. It became something that I can't believe I even sunk 45 hours into. It didn't even feel like 45 hours, and not in a good way. I've sunk probably about 25, 30 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 so far, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. But I am enjoying it every step of the way because everything feels just natural. Nothing feels like it's just to bloat the runtime. But like, had this game succeeded, I feel like they could have justified the existence of another Splinter Cell game. There's a lot of good structure here, a lot of good ideas that I think would work really well in a Splinter Cell game. A lot of stealth elements. Ubisoft can make a very good stealth game when they want to. And they could also make a very good open world when they want to, but clearly that was not the goal with this game, because I've been running for a few minutes now in a straight line, and I've not come across one thing that has even grabbed my attention. It's been fields and forests. Ubisoft's main goal is to pad out the playtime. Let's get the fudge out of here. Oh my god. Whoa, I can't see shit. The game's... Why is my motorcycle not doing it? What is this? Are you serious? The driving controls in this game suck ass. That just is the representation of the rest of my experience with this game. Here and there, it has some nuggets of good ideas, something that comes together and becomes a, yep, see, there we go again. Something that becomes a good idea, and had it had more time to bake, it might have been something worthwhile. I feel like Wildlands has more heart behind it, even though that game didn't even review super great, but people enjoyed it. And like I said, it has a niche audience. There's people that are interested to some capacity. I would recommend just sticking with Ghost Recon Wildlands if you haven't played either of these games, or if Ghost Recon is something you have been wanting to get into, or if you've just been between the two games and you're not too sure what to go with. Which modern Ghost Recon title should you play these days? I think Ghost Recon Wildlands is going to be the better bet. It just feels uninspired. The approach to the open world is pretty bland. The enemy AI sucks. I could go on and on about it, and maybe we will in another part 2 if this video does well enough. It's not a game I can recommend, and I don't think it's a game that really is that much worth playing in 2023, but I also haven't done a bit of a deep dive. Like I said, there's some positive elements here and there is some fun to be had if you can forgive the game for some of its faults. It in its current state is not too terrible. But yeah, that'll do it for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Let me know in the comments if this is something you guys are interested in. Do you want to talk more Ghost Recon? So thank you for tuning in. Check out my last couple videos. Had a fun time making those, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.